Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. The Xbox One X has officially been revealed and I had to check it out. It's a great piece of kit. But if you're like me and don't have any desire to switch over to the Microsoft platform, then I have 7 reasons why you should be happy about the Xbox One X, from a PlayStation standpoint. Feel free to let your inner fanboy out in the comments below, but try to be civil. Monopoly. You've probably played this as a child and turned over a table in disgust. Or maybe that's just my family. Well, this word is extremely important in competitive markets. Put bluntly, when one company has control over an entire area of the market, it can cause development to stop and things tend to stay the same. Here's a few examples. The iPhone was a design masterpiece with innovation at its core. The improvements kept us coming back for more until Apple pretty much ruled the roost in the smartphone world. Fast forward a few years and the choice to stay on iPhone in 2017 is a difficult decision to muster, with Android and manufacturers like Samsung offering arguably higher quality products with innovation at the core again, and quite regularly a cheaper price point too. If you're not a mobile phone enthusiast, then I have a second example, the WWE. It may just be my opinion, but the current WWE is a shadow of its former self, and I am certain this is because they bought out all their serious opposition. When WCW and WWF went head to head in the ratings war, they were forced to innovate and give fans what they wanted, thus creating a competitive environment in which the consumer was king. I believe this is why we need Xbox back in the console war. Competition is great for us and will get us more bang for our buck and more quids in too. Speaking of money, one of the best things the PlayStation community can hope for after the release of the Xbox One X is a price drop on the PS4 Pro. The One X has come in at a crazy high price for console gaming, and Sony could really take advantage of this by dropping the price of their PlayStation products. The One X retails at $499 and the PlayStation 4 Pro at $399. If they could find a way to take $50 off the Pro price, then that will cause no end of problems for Microsoft. Mid-generation upgrades are still a new notion in console gaming. PC gamers have always been prepared to upgrade RAM, occasionally buy a new mouse when they smash it into pieces, and other bits of technology to achieve superior performance and gain an edge over other gamers. But the great thing about console gaming is the general fact that we are all equal. This is likely to change in years to come, as those playing on the Xbox One X will have a distinct advantage over those who remain on the One S. This isn't solely an Xbox issue either, as I've seen firsthand the problems that occur when PS4 players go up against PS4 Pro players on Battlefield 1. In Battlefield 1, the frame rate changes depending on the workload of the machine. The standard PS4 does a stellar job and frequently achieves 45+ frames a second, but the Pro achieves 60 regularly. It's when explosions are on screen and 64 players are dashing about, and a few vehicles too, that you really see the standard PS4 significantly underperform when compared to the Pro. These shots are from Digital Foundry. They show that the Pro gives you an advantage on the battlefield. The smoother frame rates, the higher quality visuals. Put bluntly, you would need faster reflexes if you're playing on a base PlayStation 4. As I'm writing this, the Xbox One X users are frantically requesting Destiny 2 is made 60 frames per second. But even though I don't think this will happen, if it did, then you guys on a standard Xbox One would be ripped to pieces in PvP, as you are locked at 30 frames a second. I'm aware that there are so many more factors contributing to this, but ultimately, we are no longer equal. By the way, I'm deliberately staying away from teraflops and overly technical terms that scare me a little bit if I'm honest, but I recommend Digital Foundry if your inner techno geek wants more information. The real kicker in the new console war are those console exclusives. Microsoft are frantically trying to win back many developers as they are hugely behind in this front. Don't get me wrong, they have some damn good exclusives, but nothing near those associated to PlayStation. God of War, Spider-Man, Gran Turismo, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, oh and Days Gone 2, and that's just off the top of my head. That's not even everything that was covered at E3 2017. The list must go on, and credit to Microsoft, they are attempting to close that void. The next point is about 4K. This is a peculiar one to fathom. Let's start with the facts. Not all PS4 Pro games are true 4K. In fact, hardly any PS4 Pro games are true 4K. This is definitely Xbox's biggest draw, so expect advertising to push that point. If you are able to spot the differences between the two and it means something to you, then maybe you should be jumping over to Xbox or buying a PC. I know it's not that simple, but think about it. I personally cannot tell the difference between true 4K and the Pro's 4K checkerboarding in the majority of cases. Oh, and so I don't look like a complete gobshite here, I'll state that I was part of the BBC switch from standard definition into high definition, so although I'm no resolution guru, I have seen firsthand this area of format change in the past. Would I like true 4K? Damn right I would. Would I be willing to pay $500 for it? Sadly, no I wouldn't. That's a stretch too far for me personally, but we're all different, aren't we? So please let me know what you think here. If you're feeling worried that the Pro isn't in the same league as the Xbox One X, then keep in mind cross-platform development. Expect developers to support the Pro much more now, pushing the console further than it has been pushed before, as it becomes the base that they all develop around. Developers will double down on 4K functionality if that's what the market demands. With the Xbox One X joining the PS4 Pro, expect developers to begin to leave the PS4 and the standard Xbox behind. This shouldn't ever mean that a game is only playable on the latest models, but the quality levels will begin to drop off in favour of creating the best experiences on the Pro and the X. On the plus side though, those of you who have a Pro should see improvements in future games which may have been difficult to notice in recent games. The rumour mill hints that a PS4 Pro Slim model will be coming soon, and you never know, if the Xbox One X does better than expected, then the PS5 may be closer than we think. This is an opinion piece, so if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Let me know what I should be considering below. What do you think of the Xbox One? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to have both a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One X? Who has that much money laying around? I really can't wait to see what happens next, and I hope Microsoft have a success on their hands. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. I'll see you next time.